In today's video, I'll show you how you'd be able to use Miro as a complete beginner. So let's get started. So if you're a complete beginner and you would want to try out Miro, this is the tutorial for you to get started in using Miro effectively. So basically, first of all, you want to go into Miro.com. So you would need to set up your account first in here. You can just click here on login if you already have one. If not, you can click here on sign up for free, and then you can sign up with your Google Office 365 or Slack account. Or you could also go for your work email or sign up to a different region or a private organization. Once you're signed in, you will now be prompted in here into the homepage or dashboard, where you'd be able to see all of your projects in here and then some of the templates that you can get started with if one of this matches the purpose or the project that you'd want to create. And you could also go here into explore to explore more of that template right here. So you could go for formats right here. So you could go for goal setting or OKRs. You could use this blueprint so that you don't have to start from scratch, and then you would have a guide here already on how you'd be able to set this up. So templates are really one of the great way, or blueprints as they may call it here, to get started as a complete beginner, as you won't have to do so much because you'll not be starting from scratch. You just have to enter your details of the project, information, and everything, and you should get yourself set up in no time. And next is that you could also integrate with your daily tools and apps right here. So we have a lot of apps right here that you could integrate with Miro to make it easier. So if you have a certain feature that is only available on other platforms, you can integrate them with Miro to use it right here on your project. And now let's go create a new project right here. So you can go here into home and basically just click here on create new. If you want to start from scratch, and then you'd have your templates in here, you can go for creating a diagram, document, slide, table, timeline, depending on what you want. Let's say you just want to click here on board, and then you should have something like this. And in here, you will now be able to see the toolbar here on the left menu, where you could see the moving tool, the templates, where you could use a template right here if you'd want to import a template here into your board. And then we have the sticky note that you could use right here, and then you could just put it right there, as you can see, as easy as that. And then we also have the text tool, shapes and lines, create freehand drawing. So if you'd want to draw right here without limitations, this is where you could do that. And then you could also put in a frame, stickers, comments, and diagrams. And most importantly, you have the create with AI, which is Miro AI, which is real helpful. And for example, is that I created this one right here just from AI right here. So I didn't even need to create this from scratch. All I did was describe the mind map that I want, and it has generated me this mind map, which is pretty cool. And then you could also do that into other things, not just mind maps. You can go for other diagrams, documents, images, prototypes, sticky notes, or tables, depending on what you want Miro AI to generate for you. And yeah, basically once you're done here on your board, you're done with everything, you would want to share this or export. You want to click here on the export this board button. And now you can export your board as a PDF, image, you could save it as a template, CSV, board backup, and many more right here. And don't forget to also rename your board right here according to whatever name you want to be a name for your board. So sample name, for example. And also, if you do want to collaborate with your team, you can always click here on share. And then you can click here on save for your title. And then you can now invite other people or your team by providing their email right here. Or you could also just give them this link right here and make sure that the permission here is correct. And here in the board access, you could also go for anyone with the link, and then also the access right here. Make sure that it is correct. And yeah, that is basically it for the invite. And then you could also go for embed if you'd want to embed this board into other boards or other platforms. You could also do that here in Miro. And then you could also publish this as custom template, Miroverse template, and many more. So yeah, this is basically it for the beginner's guide on how you can use Miro. With those, you should now be able to use Miro effectively. Feel free to explore. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next one.